Hi everyone, Melanie here, sharing with you some inspiration today using the perfectly inky birds from Pretty Gets Gritty. So I've taken the largest bird from the stamp set and placed it so it's going to be stamped off of the card. I'm now inking up with VersaFine Clair Morning Mist. So I've inked it up twice and to get a clearer image, even though these are sketchy designs. So I've got the smaller bird and inked it up. And now I'm going to take the Moonshine Drunken Dust from Dirty Gertie and sprinkle a little bit onto the mat and add the water. So off the camera I've got a glass of water which I'm dipping my brush in. So I've just gone round the edge to add some water to it, and then I'm going in with the Drunken Dust. The cardstock I'm using is Dolly Dimple's Mixed Media cardstock, and I found with doing watercolour techniques it's better to add the water to the card first, and then you get better movement with the ink. So I'm just going around the whole bird, adding some of the, I'll call it ink, and then I go back in with a little bit of water on the brush and give it a bit of a smoosh to get the ink to move. And even though I've diluted, I haven't put the Drunken Dust onto the card and then sprayed the card, I am still getting the splits in the colour from the ink that is on the mat. And in this one you've got dark shades of grey, lighter shades of grey. It looks like it's purpley blue, and then you've got a lighter blue, you've got a bit of pink in there. So you do, even though you're not using it straight onto the cardstock, you are still getting the splits in the colour. So I'm still going around adding water and adding ink. I thought if I waffled for a little bit I would have finished doing that section, but no. I'm liking these new brushes though, because the handles are a lot thicker, so it's easier for me to actually hold. So that was an investment worthwhile. So I'm going to give it a quick dry off, and then I'm just adding a little bit of shading where there would be shading from the bird's wing. I'm using a finer brush to do this. Right, you will see me go over the bird's eyes, I think it's about 4 times, and I end up giving up on it because the ink is just soaking straight into the card. It's not giving me the results that I wanted, so I end up using a micron pen to go into the bird's eye. Right here, yes, I was still doing the bird's eye. There I'm trying to disperse some of the ink that has obviously spread from doing that bird's eye because I didn't dry it in between times and it just dispersed all over the bottom of the bird's head. But it's fine. It's fine. It happens. So here I'm going in with the micron pen just to do the bird's eyes, and I've also had to go back in and add the detail back into certain areas of the bird's face. So I've picked one of the worker stamps and I've inked it up with the same ink, and I'm stamping it off the cardstock and only using half of the stamp on one side, not pressing down on the other side so there's still ink on the stamp, flipping it around and then putting it on the opposite corner. Stamping up the wording, which is perfectly imperfect. Go around the edge with a black Sharpie. And in a minute I'll be going in with a white gel pen, well two, because the first one didn't work, just to add some detail to the eyes. I hope you have enjoyed the video and it's given you some inspiration on using this stamp set and one of the Drunken dusts. And thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.